up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
22's coming, 22's coming, Mike.
Check Mike.
Shoot.
Topper.
Mike 22.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Why?
22 jet bomber. Go. Ready.
Throwing on first down is Lg. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Big grip.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing his Lg on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Taylor now returning it. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Wild
To throw is Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's letting this. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
That's good for a Washington Redskins. First down. First and 10.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
X3, 218, chopper. 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
General West. Hey, Charlie. Now. Go.
On 2nd and 9. Block. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Set. 19.
Black by 4. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 3. Check 3.
24.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
19.
54 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Motion.
24.
54 Mike. 54 Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Watson going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On first down, it's Watson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Hey, Delta. Yo, 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 go, go. Comes up the helmet. Here we go, here we go. Get it.
Lock now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Six, bullet high. Check 50, check 50.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready? 10 logo. Coming this way, here we go. Shoot! 61, match snap.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Gator. 65. Pilot, 64, weak. 5. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. This is Johnson. He's got it. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
70, Indy.
And a Washington Redskins.
Ready?
Locke now on 1st down. Able to find his man, John Phillips. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's a pickup of 3.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, a guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
You think you gonna get this? He's crashing. He's checking crash.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, exit.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Here we go, D.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Redskins send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, we got a seal.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That one complete to Hill. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Watson just beating the play clock. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson eluding the pressure right. He's got Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Let's go, D.
Watson on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Bravo!
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Throwing now is Locke. Looking deep downfield. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
It's 2nd down.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Watson being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 9.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
1st down, Giants.
Watson now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Watson off play action. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Going to throw again. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Back to the field.
Watson looks to throw again. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
This is taken at his 4. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Yes.
Bring it.
Get it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Phillips. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
22's coming. Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 3. Check 3.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 22.
Look at me. Zipper. Hit it.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Black. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
In your face.
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Check it out.
Rock it.
Watch the safety creep. Slam.
Deep river.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Hey, high 7. Gone.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Look at me. Door.
Watch out.
Hey. Shoot.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
The Redskins send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This fielded at the 2. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch 54. I'm coming.
Hey, 31.
Mike's 54.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now Watson to throw again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something.
He's got a man complete. The 30, the 20. And this will get them all the way inside the Giants' 10. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 74 yards.
First and goal.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Kill.
6-6. Bullet high.
Mike 5-9. Mike 5-9. Watch the slant.
Hey, go.
He finds his man Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and goal.
61, matchbox lights.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to get a score back. Extra point up and good by Bullock. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Hey, 59. 54. You're trash. I switch, Mike. 54. Echo. Mike's 54.
Out of the gun, Watson. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Watson now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
I smell fear in that offense. Fear in that offense.
Pick the edge. Go.
Mike,
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Third and long. It's Watson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Go.
Right, check, 59. Watch the screen. Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike the
Hey, orbit.
Mike,
Go.
Mike front 9. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Hit it.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Let's go. We got this.
Hey, zoom.
Right, check 59.
Now.
Throwing on second and long. Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Throwing his Lock on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
It's now 4th down.
The Redskins send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. To return is Taylor. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
54's Mike.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Redskins scoop it. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Slam, slam.
X3, 218, chop.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. They'll try to run this one in. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. He'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bullet good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have. So
quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. They complete it to Hill. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, you know, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it. Got a man It's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Coaching spell. Hey, wahoo!
Check 37. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Take go.
Here's Locke. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Block now to throw. Able to find his man, John Phillips. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Block now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Fresno.
Buzz.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. There's a party now.
Get it.
On play action, Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Hey, exit. Hit it.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Hey, lock it. Bravo. Go.
Move. Slam. Hey, switch gears. 36.
Snap.
On 3rd down, Locke. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He's going to field this at the 4. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Alert, alert! Hayward. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Watson, operating from the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Watson. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Don't be scared of it.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Mike 9. Hey, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the Giants send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Under 10, 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Let's go, defense. Our time.
Yo, cheetah.
Check.
Ready.
To throw it is Locke. And he's going to go down again. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Watch the pass.
Hey, Alpha. Lee Griffin.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Ready.
This
50,
offense
play.
converted once on 4th down earlier.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight
Now
end to the
they're
right.
out there again to try once more. Now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.